right. A pretty tonight. 11 of our sneak series here. Really try to think about to be aware of your portfolio, economic, um, really specific, a bunch of different talk. But before, I just want to say thank you. So, we 1,000 subscribers, and when we started doing this, we were 8 and some 0 viewers, and slowly but surely. So I just want to thank you so much. It's feeling out of me, or to me, however, to go to serious. But I just want to say, everybody who's watching, and as always, this is about and education, investment advice, or form, professional people who are licensed, and etc. So let's jump. Particular wild, frankly, for reasons, but let's start from the top. Important to be aware. So first, we know that any trade data, any time on Monday, Hong Kong times. Now we should be long. What we're expecting is trade data. Line with have been expecting any big here, but it just aware of this because you don't happen in China. The importance of global factor to know. Trade data, sign overall, economy stand, recovery from and being aware of what major trade partners and active as well. All the time, I'm gonna paying attention to other biggest planet. You're doing service, so make somewhat aware of that matters. Moving to the topic, which I think I don't want to say something like this. A little bit surprised to be totally. The finance minister weekend U.S. proposal that all in tax across all, so that it's about 15 now. The reason this indication of havens global. So starting to recognize we're looking for tax minimum business sphere, and are you places that could do this? I would argue if you're a standard or a retail, relatively maybe investor or trader, this might be important. It's just in the back of your mind. Excuse me, in the back. But if you are approaching it from an economic perspective, accredited, and you have money in different types, I think this you really have to understand what could be. Speaking with your family, if you're using one, a solo, and people who watch, just be aware of indications of portfolio. Don't believe that 50 is a big number. It's more than a reason. I think that it's coming that we start to and understand where and I think that it's patient they would be at some point. So I don't think this is surprising, but I think it's a time where if you have a moment to understand how this, like just a Google, the G7 tax effect, what economies are affected. It's again, research could potentially, or for that matter, it could be a huge. Well, going into the week, I would really tonight or whatever the case, you should be. All are going to be closed for Hong Kong. Both Malaysia and Ireland are going to be shut. So if you have, especially if you're in the current, I think it's a really, as usual, just what's going on global. What I find many people always is where in the you have, and this isn't materials to, and is also in the way the way I move my and how my portfolio. Certain markets are closed. I mean, increased volatility? Do I have anything aware of? Does this arbitrage opportunity? Because there's a slowdown in that day. This all goes in the realm of knowing in the world and being a investor, whether it's in other specific our larger ecosystem. So, the big things I want to tell others I do, which is more on these. So, is I'm going to take and just say, if you like this video, if there's talk into more detail, please just let me versed across the of alternative, but also just it's I think we got a request breakdown that we're using a lot of things, so we're going to start this week. But let's jump back to the week. Another bit of interesting news was the Bitcoin this weekend in Miami looking in a sense that they're for a little bit of a place, because Salvador has the president of El Salvador into motion. She recognized Bitcoin as a legal tender. So in the crypto, this isn't a really listen to for the first saying alternative class, new type store of potential currency is something that is as legal deal into crypto or Bitcoin or means that money around understand the way that seeing this as a you can traditional institutional money faster corporate treasuries the need or the desire to have rates, and money that might be going could be shifted. I'll give you off the top of my head here that is we're seeing a lot come out in and around hedge funds like gold, but I actually seem to like better. So this statement out there are seeing looking for growth, and although a lot of people will end up here, I believe with the president, he seems to be in the Bitcoin with the recent crash, whatever you want to call it, has a different opinion. So all that said, again, it's a constant understanding where your strength with these things that are news and change on the economy. Understand again, what would that look like? Feel to your overall. So just things that you really take the time and frankly, it's just important, especially if you're getting and you're really looking long term. I want to sum this up. Normally do. Think about the kind of on a night like tonight. We're talking about recognizing a via crypto. Thinking about the GC together on corporate. Looking at the way hedge are reimagining and looking at what I'm really seeing as I look ahead every is I'm more and more in the cap space. Now, if you've been around, say, well, dude, of course, involved in big ways. But I think that what we're trying to understand is feel for how can we look ahead, what the big target onto as we see strong trade, but Bitcoin mining, El Salvador, we're seeing countries Africa, we're seeing Cardano from the cryptos, we're seeing markets all asset price markets here going absolutely bonkers. We're seeing house absolutely, frankly, unbelievably better. Friends who are realtors bringing one of them, and we're going to be talking about experiencing the market. They're doing the actually fun. I'll give you a little having to go over asking for basis. They're losing and have to give up all that can't help but do 01, 8, and seeing things just operate with caution. Fear monger, there's always a huge fall, or I don't think. I do think is exposed to most. If one or two wrong, economically speaking, where am I most? Thing out on leverage. Do I have exposure overweight compared to? There's a new ban crypto. There's a change in the way that we look for mortgages. Only increase in a surprise, or there's whatever the case might be. So these are things that you have to be aware of, that overall, that financial decision together. If you're not looking at these and you back to what you do, probably put like why you're not thinking. Given the time, the meme, I get it. Earnings are coming. AMC can absolute roller. But what I thought this week was, I just got to see it. I was like, just got into, and I get it. People who say could go through the roof. 1,000 people are going. You're insane. The truth is, all is going on. The short chill traders really knows what's going to happen. Who says they do has no clue in the first place. All thing is, as I see lots more Porsche SUVs, seeing prices going through, and I just start continuously one a home for a $900,000, a lot of houses for. How much income do they have, just even on interest, tax, insurance, costs? We worry about eating, clothes, painting, the rest of the cars, everything. And I start just how fragile it can be. Around 7 times, started seeing cars going place, right? Bigger houses being all kinds of. It's a totally that's going on today. But those have to look back and say, okay, what happened? Markets after that. How do I also look at it of what I have done to either stronger, take less of a hit, case might be. I don't like to recommend investment specifically because you should from anyone that doesn't financial situation. Period. Full. What I think perspective and insights is you use them as you want to treat your own investing, build a story, and that's why I do these to basically going on around in lots of different what's affecting what it might each of us individually, but be an indicator from those things plus the 15 Porsche SUV new in a parking or the 950 that then have to the driveway. I just go backwards on the map. Wow, I want for work that house at that price cars, school and vacation, and maybe they're drowning, but at some point to give less, big on less, unless we can keep printing, making sure and steady at the S. I get really nervous. Well, I need to be in sure that I'm not negatively, but if you're not means, let me know. We'll chat on tonight on it. But if you're not 100% why is so popular at prices, definitely look into it. Just ask on their behalf. But means that people are just assets or even it's at highs. We're also going to seems to almost be the. I think that the printing and money, and then the high home prices going. We see asset stock market, for example. There's the inevitable comes of like, has it gone to? Are we able to go? I mean, we're never going to see our certainly in the. I'm not saying or that it's and topic I'm very more about just understanding what the data is telling. But I think it's a road to start thinking. It's not the first time when the one with the tech company, on new negative earnings, right back in it now. We're saying no one thought that in 08 something happened. There's a lot to be around what happened on the that never really got that was or how serious. So up gap there, the a big way as well. But we look at the day, and it's just spending, perpetual debt, ability to understand the prices, and the daily living for most people. I think that's scary. I don't know at night. There, we also have of I'm a little bit of a tangent. We'll show here things I've been thinking about today. This is where we see or the embrace fire movement. I feel like there's a flow of the crazy on people want to start retiring penny because they want to come down the road, flow the fall. So all these global economic events, you can see the way they're hanging in with each other, acting with each other, the way the image of one falls out of and the whole down pretty fast. Now again, just saying what happened last, know it, found it, know that as usual. I do this all the time. From a general point of view, all the neighbors are buying $1,000 houses, at least driveway next to a Tahoe. Worry about it. Focusing on your assets can grow and ensuring that you have protection and risk. Because that's going to be real. You go to market here. So, all that said, there's a lot to keep your eyes on. That's why it's really important that you're getting help if you're someone who's licensed, insured, of all the above. You do that if you're doing it on your own. Cognizant of what do I have to different classes or asset class, or do I have to prices? Final thought on many tangents from where what I'm attention to is that take example, and I've said video, but I think you might own outright, right? You own you really talk, you want to hold, phone and on an iPad, but do you also in like X funds or maybe in somewhere have a tech you also own a lot of because it's heavily, and I think folks get really bad is of how am I getting hard? It's not going down. Back the covers. Oh my god! I'm in like different index fund ETFs on the exact. I'm also hit it on in my things that you really be a real serious term growth and else. And completely, we live in the day of percent return. I get that. Sometimes the proof that having a of macro environment, how it affects investments and your you can be. I'll just say if you're thinking like he's told, I want to go after only, or I want only, or X because of X. Hey, power to you. I want to do. I'm not anything here, but I think personally speaking, love the idea, and I love the idea trends or big happening. Recognize there has to be a point of expectation. I'm speculating some small percent overall portfolio. So with that, I really just say I'm enjoying Sunday nights. They're markets and different, and think about how they interpret with in against each. So if you think these are, if there's talk about, I'm happy. If you think this would be easier or better to understand, also, final big ask here is if there's video or microphone, let me know. I'm to thousands, so sure I'm continuing to you and that someone actually cares about. With that, as always, for watching, getting some value, and please, what you think and what on. So with have a great week. Good luck and keep your eyes open on the and we'll talk.